as they take the start, they are moving in the synthetic track for about 350 plus meters, and after that they will be moving out of the stadium, which they'll have to go for a loop as they return back to the start point. It will be a completion of 2 kilometers. So according to the race, they will have to go for as many laps as they need. And as we take up the very first event, which is 6 kilometers for boys under 18 years, we have 36 competitors in the fray. And for the first event, it is Mrs. Akumla Chuba NCS, Director, Youth Resource and Sports, Government of Nagaland, to start. And that happens to be the start of the very first event of the 56th National Cross Country Championship 2022 at Kohima. For this under 18 men's, it was started by Mrs. Akumla Chuba NCS, Director, Youth Resources and Sports, Government of Nagaland. 36 of the athletes are in the fray. The athletes, those are all given the entry or available, all are present in this very first event. And after the start, that is almost beyond 200 meters they are. And as of now, it is Abhay Kumar of Uttar Pradesh who is leading the bunch. And for the second spot, we have Vishal Bhute. Well, they are slipping out of the stadium, moving on the road. They will have to go for a loop in order to take up this 6 kilometers race. They will have to go for 3 loops. Almost the leader and the next 2-3 persons are clearly taking the lead. The remaining is the bunch, and 2 are the tail enders after the bunch. And that is a beautiful aerial view at Kohima. As you see, Nagaland, a land engulfed in mystery, inhabited by vibrant people zealously guarding their culture, dances, warriors, headhunters, mountains, valleys, forests. All these form the portrait of Nagaland the moment the world is uttered. But from extreme mystery to hosting a globally famous cultural festival, Nagaland has come a long way over the years and etched a name for itself in the world's tourist destination map. And we could see the athletes moving in their course. Nagaland came into being on 1st December 1963 as the 16th state of the Indian Union, with Kohima as its capital. With a geographical area of about 16,579 square kilometers, Nagaland shares borders with Assam in the north and west, Myanmar and Arunachal Pradesh in the east, and Manipur in the south. And they are the 2 tail enders. After the turning point, the athletes are moving to the stadium. As they will be reaching the start point, they will be completing a distance of 2 kilometers. In the sense, they will have to go for 2 more kilometers in order, 2 more loops in order to cover 4 more kilometers. Yes, on reaching the start point, they will be completing 2 kilometers, and that is a beautiful aerial view of the course. the South Asian Cross Country Championship, and the 56th National Cross Country Championships are being taken up at Indira Gandhi Stadium, Kohima, Nagaland. And he happens to be the leader, 133. The athletes are moving towards the finish of their first loop. And that is the first race, which is 6 kilometers for boys under 18 years. One double three is in the lead. Athletes gets into the stadium, being followed by two more with little distance, and the fourth person also enters the stadium. 133 in the front. We have 310 for the second spot, who happens to be Rohit of Himachal Pradesh. And they are the athletes, those are getting into the stadium almost. Out of the 36 athletes, more than half of the athletes have entered the stadium to finish their first loop, that is completion of 2 kilometers. They'll have to go for 2 more laps, 2 more loops. And as far as the present position is concerned, it is still 133 leading the bunch as they move on for the second loop. And at the second position as of now, we have 310 Rohit of Himachal Pradesh. For the third spot as of now, it is Abhay Kumar of Uttar Pradesh. And at the fourth spot, we have 479 Sujit Tikode of Maharashtra. Well, ladies and gentlemen, taking into consideration of the last edition of the National Cross Country Championship, for the race which is underway, that is boys under 18 years 6 kilometers, Gagan Singh of Haryana got the first place by clocking 19 minutes 55.74 seconds, while Naveen Chauhan of Madhya Pradesh clocked a timing of 20 minutes 01.90 seconds. For the third place, it happened to be Karan Gahan Dule of Maharashtra with 20 minutes 11.85 seconds. And there is a slight drizzle. And as they are taking up, the first international cross country was staged in 1898 at Villers-d'Avray, France. The first international cross country championship was held at Hamilton Park Racecourse in Scotland. The inaugural IAAF World Cross Country Championship took place on 17th March 1973 in the Belgian town of Waregem. Men cross country races have also taken place in 3 Summer Olympics in 1912, 1920 and 1924. And they are the athletes. Those are moving on their second loop. Image of Puducherry, who is now crossing over, and that happens to be 528 Keninguto Rame of Nagaland, who is now crossing over. Always show the lead bunch, lead runners. On the SAAF and culture, spirits, fertility, social bonding and purification are the key elements that form the essence of Nagaland festivals. And again, taking you back to the leaders. Boys under 18 years for the 6 kilometers race have completed, is about to complete. As they reach the start point, they'll be completing 2 loops and they will have to go for the last loop. Yes, they have entered. The athletes have entered for the completion of the second loop. As they move to the start point, they will have to go for one more lap, and they are the lead bunch as of now. 329. 329 is leading the bunch, being followed by 663. 479 and 133. 133, who was leading all along for 1.5 loops, is at the 4th position as of now. 329 is leading the bunch for the last loop. That is Ritik Sharma of Jammu and Kashmir, being followed by 663. That is Walter Kandulna of Tamil Nadu. He is at the 2nd spot at present. And for the 4th spot, we have 479 Sujit Tikode of Maharashtra as of now. In the 4th one, it is 133. And in the 5th one, we have 310 Rohit of Himachal Pradesh. They are the leaders for this race as of now. 728 is at the 6th spot at present. That is Abhay Kumar of Uttar Pradesh is at the 6th spot at present. Show the leaders. They're moving on for the last loop. And as far as the prize money for this group, boys under 18 in the 6-kilometer race is concerned, the first place winner will be getting a prize money of rupees 10,000, while the second will be presented with 7,000 and the third will be presented with 5,000. Is in the third and the final loop. The leaders are forging ahead for the finish. They're moving towards the finish point and all the four are very close. It could be anybody's race as they approach the finish. As of now, it is 479 Sujit Tikode of Maharashtra who is leading the 4-member bunch. Along with him we do have Ritik Sharma of Jammu and Kashmir, 663. Walter Kandulna of Tamil Nadu. They are all moving together. The other athletes are very much placed behind. The competition is between the 4 athletes. That is Abhay Kumar of Uttar Pradesh, Ritik Sharma of Jammu and Kashmir, Walter Kandulna of Tamil Nadu. Last time, the first place winner had clocked a timing of 19 minutes 55.74 seconds. And he happens to be the leader. 310 is taking over the front position. From the 5th position, he is moving to the 1st. And that is Rohit of Himachal Pradesh is very much in the lead, leaving the other athletes behind. The athletes are in their third and the final loop for the completion of 6 kilometers race. Well, the leaders are very much surging ahead towards the finish point. In a short time, we will be focusing them as they approach for the finish of 6 kilometers in boys under 18 years category. And that happens to be 329 who happens to be the leader. 329 being followed by 663 and 479. 329, that is Ritik Sharma of Jammu and Kashmir who is in the lead, being followed by 663. Walter Kandulna of Tamil Nadu at the 2nd spot. Sujit Tikode is at the 3rd spot at present. The leaders enter the Stadium for finish of the race, and that is 329 Ritik Sharma of Jammu and Kashmir moving towards the finish. And for the second one, it is Walter Kandulna of Tamil Nadu. And for the third spot, it happens to be 479 Sujit Tikode of Maharashtra. They are the top finishers in the very first race of the 56th National Cross Country Championship 2022 at Kohima Indira Gandhi Stadium, Nagaland. .329, he is the leader and the top finisher. That is Ritik Sharma of Jammu and Kashmir, who had finished for the gold. And that 479 happens to be the third place winner, Sujit Tikode of Maharashtra. The other runners are moving towards their finish.